What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be getting into my college pick'em predictions. Right now, week 3 starts in 15 minutes. I know I'm cutting it close like I have been the past few weeks, but we're going to get into this thing. My predictions have been pretty darn good, especially this previous week. So let's get into what I got right for week 2. Alabama survived a scare against Texas. I went into my predictions and said I don't think Texas is going to have a chance to pull off this upset. Well, I was wrong. Texas had a good chance. That was an impressive performance from the Longhorns, but Bryce Young was able to lead his team to a win there over the Longhorns. I did predict the Wake Forest to beat Vanderbilt in that game. Tennessee, I predicted to pull off the upset over Pittsburgh. Call it what you will, upset. It was a tight game, but in overtime, Tennessee able to get the win and jump Pittsburgh in the rankings. Down here, Wisconsin, I did predict to beat Washington State, another game where I was like, I don't think Washington State has a chance, but congratulations to the Cougars for pulling off an upset on the road over Wisconsin. Texas Tech, I predicted to pull off the upset over Houston. Houston didn't get the job done in that game. Moving over here, I did predict a Kentucky upset over Florida. Probably a surprising one for a lot of people, but I thought Florida was a little bit overrated after the Utah win. So I went out, picked Kentucky to win that game, and I got it right. So that was a big win. Here we go. Iowa State. Didn't get that one right. The Cyclones were able to come out on top in that game. USC against Stanford. I predicted USC to win that game, and they crushed Stanford right there. USC's looking good right now. Oklahoma State, I predicted to beat Arizona State. I got that one right. And then I predicted the upset for BYU in a wild late night thriller game against the Baylor Bears. So those were my predictions. I only lost 2 games, got 2 games wrong, and overall right now I'm at 15-5 with all the craziness in college football. That's pretty darn good, I would say. Let's see if I can keep it rolling. We still have a lot of football to go. Don't want to get too confident, but starting out here, Oklahoma against Nebraska. I'm not going to say that it can't be done, but Nebraska's not looking good at all right now. They just moved on from their head coach. Not sure if that's taking effect for this game or what, but yeah, Nebraska's kind of a mess right now. I don't think that they're going to win that game. Very tight battle here. BYU against Oregon. BYU number 12 in the country going on the road to Oregon. I can definitely see Oregon winning this game. This is a tough game for me to predict as a BYU fan. I have a feeling that this game's going to go into Oregon, that tough environment, and BYU's going to drop their first loss of the year. But BYU's looked pretty darn well. I'm just going to go with Oregon. I can't let my pride get in the way of this game. I've already predicted BYU to beat Baylor with obviously was right, but I just have a feeling that Oregon's going to come out in this game and smash mouth into BYU. Their corners are good, better than Baylor's, and in that tough atmosphere, Oregon's going to be able to win that game. But that's a tough one for me to predict. I'm going to be cheering for BYU all the way in that one. Penn State against Auburn. I'm actually, never mind. I'm taking this back. I'm going BYU. Tell me why, because I think BYU is just clearly the better team here. Oregon did not look good against Georgia. I'm going to have to see Oregon do better here. So I'm actually going BYU. I'm flipping my opinion. Sorry about that, guys. Also, I don't really like to bet against my team. If my team's going to lose, then I might as well just lose the game. So anyway, Penn State against Auburn. The Auburn Tigers in this game, I'm actually going Auburn at home. Penn State, number 22, good team, but an SEC foe in Auburn, I think is going to get the better of them and be able to pull off an upset over Penn State. Moving on down here, Minnesota, I do think can beat Colorado. Application State obviously pulling off that crazy win over Texas A&M last week. I don't see them losing to Troy there. LSU against Mississippi State. Good game, but I think the Tigers are going to be able to pick up their second win at home over Mississippi State. Texas Tech against NC State. I'm going to go the Wolfpack at home. I don't see Texas Tech pulling off that upset. Washington against Michigan State. I could see the Huskies pulling off a big upset here, but I'm still going to go the Spartans. I believe in Michigan State. That's going to be a tough game on the road against Washington. You never want to count out the Huskies. UCF against Florida Atlantic. Don't know too much about Florida Atlantic, but I'm going to go UCF in that game. I suppose that game can go either way. And then Tennessee against Texas A&M against Miami Hurricanes. The Miami Hurricanes are number 13. Texas A&M desperately needs to get a win to bounce back after that embarrassing loss over Application State. And against the Miami Hurricanes, I think that they're going to be able to do it. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder. I feel like Texas A&M just has that one of those losses every year against those crappy teams. But I think Texas A&M is going to be able to pull off a win over Miami. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. Hopefully you all enjoyed the content. Hopefully I get these picks right. Not nearly as much upsets that I did for the previous weeks. Just don't see these upsets happening. But anyway, guys, peace.